السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So in this video we are going to talk about the lesson 2 in study skills, and this lesson is talking about note-taking methodologies. So we have a lot of note-taking methodologies. Okay, in the first lesson we talked about note-taking, why is it important, the definition of note-taking, etc. And in this lesson we are going to explore some of the methods that are used in note-taking. So this lesson explores a variety of note-taking techniques or methods. They are going to help you become more effective learner. You will be more effective learner. Why? Because you are going to master the skill of learning how to learn. This is a very important skill, which is learning how to learn. Why? Because a lot of people don't know basically how to learn. A lot of people would attend in the amphitheater and they are not making any notes. They don't know, for example, these techniques. They don't listen actively to the teacher. So this is a very important skill, which is learning how to learn. Okay, note-taking itself is simply the process of recording information. So you are going basically to as we said in the first lesson, you are going basically to record the necessary information from different sources. For example, a lecture, a book, a meeting, etc., which helps you remember the key points. You are going to remember the key points without, you are not going to memorize every detail. You are going to write just the necessary informations. This is a valuable skill in many contexts, especially when, for example, attending lectures or meetings. You are going to need those techniques or these techniques, okay? So there are two main approaches to note-taking. Two main approaches. The first one is linear note-taking. In Arabic, linear, it's al-khatti. So this involves jotting down information in the order it is presented. In the order it is presented بالترتيب التي قدمت فيه هذه المعلومات. So you are going basically to listen to the teacher and write the informations in order. Okay? While it's a common method, it can sometimes result in passively transcribing information. So you are going just to write informations in order. Everything that the lecturer or the teacher say, you are going to write the informations in order. So you are not going to engage with the information. You are not going to listen actively to the teacher. You are not going to do anything. You are just writing informations in order. And there is another approach in note-taking, which is non-linear note-taking. So this approach uses visual and spatial methods. So you are going to use something visual. يعني in Arabic we say مرئي, okay? To represent information and relationships between ideas. For examples, maps, الخرائط الذهنية, mind maps, something visual, concept maps and charts, الجداول, etc. These techniques often help with understanding. You are going to understand, تفهم وتتذكر, and recalling information more effectively. Okay? So you are going to remember them easily because you are interacting with something visual. Beyond these broad categories, there are several well-established note-taking models. So there are, famous methods in note-taking, and we are going to explore them together. So we have different and several note-making techniques, and the first one is outlining. This classic method uses a hierarchical structure. It is very classic method. So you are going to use for example headings, عناوين رئيسية، عناوين فرعية subheadings, and bullet points نقاط رئيسية to organize information logically. Okay, for example here it's like a structure. Okay, for example here we have the first main topic, here is the heading, and here is the subheading, and here are the bullet points. Okay, it's like a hierarchical structure, بنية هرمية. And also we have the sentence method. Here each new idea or topic is recorded as a concise sentence, so we have a sentence for each idea or topic, and this approach works well for fast-paced lectures. If you are going to review the lessons very fast, you are going to use this method. Okay, it's not that effective, to be honest with you. Like for example, if you like for example the mind mapping, if you are using the mapping, you are illustrate the relationship between the different concepts. You are creating a map, and you are illustrating توضح العلاقة بين المفاهيم. But if you are using the sentence method, it's like for fast review. Okay, and we have also charting. Charts and tables are used to categorize information. Okay, if you want to categorize information, often showcasing comparisons and contrasts. You know, it's basically used for المقارنات التباين. If you want to make a comparison between two things, you are going to use a chart or a table for that. Okay, this visual method can be very helpful in understanding. If you want to understand the connections between informations, it is very useful. For example, here we have charts. Here we have charts. Okay, we have dates, we have, for example, here we are organizing historical dates, for example, and this date here, and which war, for example, and you know, some informations related to history. Okay, also we have mapping and or mind mapping. Okay, so it relies on visual diagrams, رسوم يعني مرئية. Okay, with a central topic. So you have central topic, عندك موضوع رئيسي, branching out to related ideas, and you have also يتفرع منه أفكار متعلقة به. So like this, for example, this, you know, this is one information, and this is the related information of this information. Okay, this is like a map, الخرائط الذهنية. We use them a lot in geography, for example, when we used to study in high school, and in history. Also we have Cornell notes. Okay, this system involves dividing your page into 3 sections. So you are going to divide your page into 3 sections. Okay, one for notes. Here you are going to write the note taken area here. Okay, and here you are going to write the summary. Okay, and here the cues column. Okay, so the cues, it's like keywords, or if you are going to write questions, for example, and the other section is for summary, and also one for notes. Okay, the Cornell notes encourage active recall, so you are going basically to recall the informations you use in this system. Okay, we have also SQ3R. Okay, so this stands for survey, question, read, recite, and review, and this means here S for survey. So you are going to scan, if for example you have a text. Okay, you are going to scan the text, تفحص النص, and you are going to identify its structure. You are going to identify the headings, the subheadings, the bullet points. You are going to trying to understand the structure of the text. And you ask yourself the question, do you need to read this text or not? Is it important for me or not? And Q stands for query. And then you are going, after you identify the structure, you are going to ask yourself about each section. You are going to see the sections and you are going to ask yourself, like, what do I expect to discover from this section? And then you are going to read. Okay? So it's 3R: read, recall, review. You are going to read the text quickly. You are not going to stop, even if there is something difficult. And then you are going to recall. So then you are going to look back at your query questions that you asked about is each section. Okay? And you will ask yourself again, like, after reading, I answered my questions after reading or not? These sections answered my questions or not? Can you identify which sections help you understanding and answering your questions? And then you are going to review, in this phase, you are going to read the important sections again slowly, and you are going just to read the important sections that answered your questions, and you are going to take notes. Okay, take notes about the helpful information, and where you found it. So this is basically the SQ3R. And also we have the guided notes. Okay, so in this guided notes, your lecturer provides partially filled in notes. Okay, so they are going to give you notes, and they will give you like blanks, faragat, in these notes, and your job is to complete the missing information during the lecture. Okay, so you are going to try to complete the blanks, which helps you actively listen. You are going to listen actively to the lecturer, and you are going to try to identify the most important points. For example, here, in the guided notes, here is the lesson about Martin Luther King. Okay, and here's some blanks, some faragat. You are going to try to fill them. For example, here question: what's king of guy was Luther? Born when and where? He worried a lot. Give example. So you are going to try to listen to the lecturer, and you are going to try to take notes and fill the blanks. Okay, and you are going to use the notes later if you are going to review your lessons. So we have also the card file. Okay, and the card file, it's like when you are doing a research, for example. Let's say that you are doing a research. So the most important part of researching and beginning to write, let's say that you are going to write a research. Okay, the most important thing is to gather your thoughts. Okay, if they are not organized, you are going to take time. You are going to take more time to write. So to make it easy on yourself, you can use an index card system. These cards are called index card. Okay, as you gather information with this method, you categorize the information you find by the topic. So for each topic, لكل موضوع, you could have any number of cards. You are going to have cards like this in each topic from several different sources. Okay, later, as you write your paper, each card topic becomes a body paragraph supporting idea in your paper. So each card topic, each card like this, you are going to use these cards to write your paragraphs. So every idea you have a card like this, okay? And in the card, you are going to find the topic. You are going to find where you found the information, the source, and you are going to write the page, and you are going to paraphrase إعادة صياغة information المعلومة التي وجدتها, okay? And also we have the flow method, and you know, this technique prioritizes learning and understanding over verbatim transcription. So you are not going to transcribe everything, you know, as we said in this part. We said linear note taking is that you are going to transcribe and write everything you hear, okay? So you are just going to record your notes in a spatial layout using arrows. Arrows in Arabic, it's al-siham, to connect related ideas and demonstrate the flow of information. So you have ideas, okay? وعندك تدفق الأفكار. So you are going basically to write your ideas like this in tables. It's like, it's not important. Write it in table, write your ideas just randomly like this, and connect those ideas with arrows, with siham, like this sahm, like this arrow here. You know, it's, you are free. Draw tables, draw circles. It's like kind of a free technique. So I think that we reached the end of the video. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.